Hello, dear students. Hope you all are fine and revising your topics of chapter water. So let's continue on book page 87, and today we will study about hard water and soft water. And it says that you may have noticed that the water of some places forms lather easily with soap, whereas that of other places does not lather easily. Fine. So lather means like a frothy white mass of bubbles produced by soap when mixed with water. So we have seen this white mass even when we wash our hands with water and soap. Fine. Then they have written the definition for soft water and hard water in the pink box that you can mark carefully. And it says water that lathers easily with soap is called soft water, and water that does not lather easily with soap is called hard water. Fine. And then next is that what makes water hard, right? The presence of soluble salts. So students, just mark these specific salts and the chemicals which are mentioned here, which causes the hardness of water. Fine. So we really need to know these specific chemicals. The presence of soluble salts like hydrogen carbonates, sulfates or chlorides of calcium and magnesium in a sample of water makes it hard. Fine. So this we need to know. Then soap contains sodium salts of fatty acids. So this also you can underline. Now what are fatty acids? Fatty acids are organic acids containing a large number of carbon atoms. Fine. So these salts produce lather with water. However, the calcium and magnesium salts of these fatty acids are insoluble. This also we need to know that they are insoluble. So when a soap is treated with hard water, the calcium and magnesium salts of the fatty acids precipitate in the form of a scum. Fine. So scum is a layer of dirt or froth on the surface of a liquid. Fine. As a result, the soap is consumed, but no lather is produced. And then a chemical reaction is written here. It is of sodium salt of the fatty acid plus calcium hydrogen carbonate. It gives us sodium hydrogen carbonate and calcium salt of the fatty acids. So you can see an arrow downward. So it shows the formation of precipitate. Fine. Precipitation over clothes leaves dirty stains like spots and all, and that over your body causes irritation of the skin. So this is due to the presence of these mentioned salts here. Fine. And it is obvious that the hardness of water increases with the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium salts. So we know if the salts are present in large amount, so water will be more hard, right? But remember that dissolved sodium or potassium salts, underline these specific salts. So dissolved sodium and or dissolved sodium or potassium salts like NaCl, K2SO4 do not make water hard. Fine. So this is because the sodium and potassium salts of fatty acids do not precipitate. Fine. And water containing sodium and potassium salts does lather with soap because there is no formation of a precipitate. Fine, student. And next topic is temporarily and permanently hard water. And it says that the hardness of some water samples can be removed by boiling, but not of all. On this basis, hard water is classified into two types, right? So in the pink box, you can mark this classification as if the hardness of a water sample can be removed by boiling, it is called temporarily hard water. And if the hardness of a water sample cannot be removed by boiling, it is called permanently hard water. Fine, students. So just mark this classification. And the next is the temporary hardness is caused by the dissolved hydrogen carbonates. Fine. So this we need to mark very carefully, that a temporary hardness of water, is caused by the dissolved hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium. Fine. And permanent hardness is caused by the dissolved sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. So till here, students, we must know now about which all salts they cause the temporary hardness and which all salts causes the permanent hardness of water. Fine. And our next topic is softening of water. So if the hardness of water is removed, soft water is produced. and the process is called softening of water. So it is simple and clear. And then methods, the following methods are used to soften water. So two methods are discussed here. The first one is boiling, and the second is treating with washing soda. Fine. So number one, mark boiling. Temporarily hard water can be softened by boiling it. When such water is heated, the hydrogen carbonates of calcium and magnesium are decomposed to the carbonates. So this we need to underline, that they are decomposed to the carbonates. Fine. So being insoluble, the carbonates precipitate out. So you can see this chemical reaction. Calcium hydrogen carbonate is giving us calcium carbonates. So it is a precipitate here. Then there is evolution of carbon dioxide, and then there is water also. And next is treating with washing soda. So permanent hardness of water is removed by treating with washing soda. So underline this specific name and its chemical formula, students. That is Na2CO3.10H2O. A solution of washing soda is added to the water and the carbonates of calcium and magnesium are precipitated. So you can see the chemical reactions written here, like calcium sulfate plus sodium carbonate. So you can see here that calcium carbonate is precipitated, and then there's a formation of sodium sulfate in solution, and second is of calcium chloride plus sodium carbonate. So here also you can see calcium carbonate as a precipitate. Fine. And the sodium sulfate and sodium chloride formed will not make the water hard. Fine, students. So till here you can mark the reaction and mark the chemical name and formula as well, and go through these methods to soften the water. Fine.